You think overthinking is a flaw, a broken part of you. What if it's actually a predictable system, a machine in your head doing exactly what it was built to do? And because it's predictable, it can be outsmarted. If you're deeply self-aware, this will feel familiar. Stay with me. By the end, you'll have 4 concrete moves to stop the loop and get your thinking back to work. Most people assume overthinking means there's something wrong with them, like if they can just stop replaying conversations, stop simulating every possible outcome, everything would be fine. Here's the truth. Overthinking isn't random. It has structure. It's patterned. And once you see the pattern, it changes everything. If you read, reflect, go to therapy, study yourself, if you know cognitive biases and notice your triggers, that self-awareness gives you insight and more material to loop on. Think about a simple example. You write a message, you reread it, you edit tone and phrasing. You worry about how they'll interpret it. Then you worry about worrying. The loop expands. Awareness creates choices and also creates new traps. One sentence takeaway. Awareness gives you material. That material can be used, or it can be recycled into rumination.
There are specific cognitive systems running this loop. The default mode network, DMN. When your brain isn't focused on a task, the DMN activates. Self-referential thinking, replaying the past, simulating the future, imagining what others think. In reflective people, the DMN often stays active when it should quiet down. The prediction machine. Your brain constantly generates expectations about what will happen and updates them. Evolutionarily useful, but in social contexts, the threats are uncertainty, rejection, embarrassment. The prediction engine runs endless simulations. What if this goes wrong? What if they misread me? Metacognition, the layer that watches your thoughts. You have a thought, the observer notices it, then analyzes it. Thought to analysis of the analysis. That observer rarely turns off in highly self-aware people, and watching your mind changes what it does. Intolerance of uncertainty. Strip it back, and one driver stands out. People who ruminate hate not knowing. The unknown is more distressing than a bad outcome. When thinking can't resolve uncertainty, the brain keeps simulating. One sentence takeaway, your brain predicts. When it can't get certainty, it simulates endlessly.
Overthinking feels productive. It feels responsible. It feels like due diligence. That feeling is the illusion. Most overthinking is the performance of problem solving, not problem solving itself. You create the appearance of work without risking being wrong. Certainty doesn't come from more analysis. It comes from action, experience, and feedback. Action is risky. Thinking is safe. For people with high standards, the brain offers thinking as a safer alternative to committing. There's a responsibility illusion, the belief that worrying prevents bad outcomes, that thinking hard is protective. It's magical thinking. Excessive worry doesn't improve decisions. It produces hesitation, avoidance, and exhaustion. The awareness paradox. When you know you overthink, you watch yourself overthink, and then you analyze the overthinking. The observer becomes the observed. The tool becomes the trap. One sentence takeaway. Overthinking feels like work, but it's usually the safety performance of work.
Reframe 1. Your brain is doing its job. Overthinking is evidence of a highly active, invested mind. The issue isn't that it cares too much. It applies survival-level processing to non-survival problems. Don't fight your brain. Redirect it. Reframe 2. Thinking needs a target. The difference between productive analysis and destructive rumination is structure. The mind performs well with constrained, goal-directed thinking and poorly with open-ended loops. Ask answerable questions. What are the 2 most likely outcomes? What's the worst realistic scenario, and can I handle it? What information would move me forward? Reframe 3. Discomfort tolerance is the real skill. You can't eliminate uncertainty. The skill is increasing tolerance for it. The best interventions teach people to sit with uncertainty and act despite it, not to analyze more. Reframe 4. The function of insight. Self-awareness lets you notice the loop the moment it starts. That tiny fraction of recognition is a choice point. It breaks automaticity and gives you control. One sentence takeaway. You can't think your way to certainty. You can train how you respond to it.
Action checklist. Read slowly and act on each item. Externalize the loop. Write one sentence that captures the recurring thought. Make it visible. Example: they didn't text back. They hate me. Seeing the sentence reveals its circularity and disrupts it. Constrain the decision. Set a clear decision window. 10 to 30 minutes for small choices, a day for medium ones, a week for larger ones. Time limits force satisficing and produce better outcomes than unlimited deliberation. Name the need. Ask whether you're seeking information or emotional safety. If it's emotional, identify the feeling and address it directly. Reassurance, acceptance, small action. Act before you're ready. Choose one small, reversible action to take within 24 hours. Small steps produce real feedback. Real feedback quiets the prediction machine faster than simulations. Mini exercise. Pause and write the single thought that keeps looping. Circle whether it's about certainty, approval, or safety. Pick one tiny action you will do in the next 24 hours to test reality. Why this works. Externalizing creates a fixed point. Constraining creates exit conditions. Naming the need directs the right intervention. Acting produces data. One sentence takeaway. Aim your mind. Give it targets, deadlines, and tiny experiments.
We've covered what overthinking is, why it happens, and how to interrupt it. Overthinking is a predictable cognitive pattern driven by the DMN, prediction processes, and metacognition, amplified by intolerance of uncertainty. You are not at war with your mind. You're learning to work with it. The mind that overthinks is powerful. It just needs direction. Give it structure, give it small actions, and use awareness as a choice point, not a trap. The mind that overthinks is not a mind that needs to be quieted. It's a mind that needs to be aimed. Because human behavior runs on predictable algorithms, most people are trapped inside them. You don't have to be.
If you want psychology that doesn't shame emotions, but teaches control, direction, and self-mastery, subscribe. This channel isn't about suppressing who you are. It's about learning how to use it.